It's a beautiful day today here in mid Wales. The sun's out again. We're having a lovely late blast of summer, and the farmer's been doing the hay cutting. Lots of nice pretty lines. Anyway, I'm off out for a walk run. I've decided to do the September challenge. I am a few days late, I know. I'm always late to the party, but I thought I'd give it a go. So 30 minutes a day for 30 days. So I'll take it into October. So I'm off down that way. That's going to be my first port of call down there. And then I'll go past that hill there and back round to the house. This is about halfway from where I'm going today. I'm going to do 2 miles, and this is roughly halfway. Isn't it beautiful? There's some lovely autumn light. The trees are starting to change a bit now. Today is the 4th of September, so we're well on our way into autumn. Right, home is over there somewhere, and I'm on my way down that way. Apparently this little chapel here is at least a couple of 100 years old, and it was part of the Welsh revival. It has had some great preachers come through here, and it used to have the pulpit behind the door and the congregation was facing away. But now the pulpit is on the right hand side as you look at it, just by the window, and the congregation faces the pulpit in the other direction. It does have another window on the back. It's a lovely little chapel, very pretty. The moon's out as well up there, can you see it? I love seeing the moon in the daytime. We've been this way before when we went for the walk for our honey. It's gorgeous, so glad it came out. Right, so I'm back at the river. You see it behind me. And I've had a lovely time. I've been out about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. And I feel like I just want to do a little bit more. So I'm going to do the circle back. Instead of going straight up, I'm going to go along the river a bit further. And then along the top, what they call a goat track up the top. So yeah, it's a lovely day. It's absolutely beautiful. We're having some stunning weather again. Hopefully it's going to last for all September. They're forecasting a heat wave. But I won't hold my breath. But they're forecasting 27 degrees this week, so I get plenty done outside. But I'm just going to finish my run, and I'll see you back at home. Next question is, are the cows round the corner? To go and have a look, because if they are, I can't get through the gate. No, doesn't look like it. And it looks like he's shut the gate at the top. Yay! That means I can go through this field without being molested by the cows. That's good. Hallelujah. Thank you, Mr. Farmer. Right, beautiful old tree this, lovely beech tree. Hundreds of years old. I just hope he doesn't come and cut it down, because he's just cut down one of my favourite trees. He can't be trusted with a chainsaw, the farmer. I love those 2 old cypress trees as well, aren't they lovely? Right, back home. Do you see the polytunnel? Now it's all set in its spot. Let's have a look. It looks great. Look at that. Isn't it fabulous? It's been quite productive. Right, I'm back now, and the farmer's decided to cut the grass today, so it's going to be a bit noisy, I think. So I've decided that I'm going to vlog every day throughout September and do something called Vlogtember, so you won't be getting the usual videos that you usually get. I might do one just on the weekend on a Sunday because I don't work weekends, and Monday to Friday we'll just have a bit of a potter together. And I'll show you the sights and sounds of September in Wales, because September's one of the nicest months. That and June, because the children have all gone back to school, the tourists have gone back, and it's like we have the place to ourselves again. And the weather, 1st of September, it just changed and became really sunny after such a wet 2 months. So what I thought I would do was, after having such a wet time of it, I thought I'd video every day and just show you different things of autumn in my part of Wales and let you see what it's like. So you saw a few bits while we were out on a run, and today I'm going to sort out my jars ready for doing some preserving and show you a little bit around the garden, and I think that will be that. There was some owls around last night, and we had barn owl in the garden, and we had 2 or 3 tawny owls in the garden, so if they're around tonight I'll try and get out and video the sounds for you. It'll just be black, it'll just be dark. But yeah, I might get some silhouettes with the moon. But I'll try and get the sounds of the tawny owls and the barn owl for you. Because when I went to get my camera last night, they all disappeared. Typically, they all disappeared. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to go and get my jars out the garage, get them out on the yard. And I'll show you what I'm up to with them. So see you in a minute. So this is my selection of jars that I've just found in the garage. I've got these 1 litre Kilner jars. These are 1000 millilitres. Got 17 of those, so that's good. I've probably got more somewhere, but at the moment I've got 17. And then I've got some different size jam jars. These have all got good lids on, I've checked them all, but I like these for making jam. When I'm making my jam from the blackberries and things like that, and plums and stuff, so I'm keeping those. They've all got lids. These ones here, don't know whether you can see in the dark, but it's very bright here today. These are war issue Kilner jars, and these are from the Second World War, and these are from a local manor house to me, and I was given them very kindly by the owner. They were sat in a shed and they said that I could have them, so I've got those. I've got a few extra ones down here, and they've got TVF written on the bottom, so that's those. And then I've got this size Kilner jar, and these are beautiful, these are lovely, and they've got no writing on the bottom, so I'm assuming that these are either First World War or Second World War, but I can't tell from the bottom. Nor that one. This one feels thinner, and this one says it's made in the USA, so that's an interesting one. And then I've got these ones again, and I think these ones are First World War as far as I know, so that's them. And then I've got these with no writing on them at all. This one's just completely plain, nice thick rim on it. And then I've got these ones, which are Kilner jars as well, and these were in a gift box, so that's those. I've also got this nice pretty one, which has got a space for the label. And at the bottom again, it's got TVF, I think it's an F, or it could be an M, on the bottom. So they're the same age as that other one. And then I've got these ones, and it says on the bottom that these are £2 jars. So that's that. Got quite a few of them. I did have a £1.5 jar. I don't know if I've still got that one. This one says British made on the bottom. This isn't a Kilner one. I've got this size here, Ravenhead Kilner on the bottom. Not sure if it says anything down there. No, it's still got the lids on. These ones have got the little glass lids with them, but no seals. So yeah, I've got a nice mix of jars. Which ones are these? This one is a £3 jar, this one. That's that one, that's a £3 jar. So they're even bigger again. Yeah, £3. And they're Kilner. So they're the same age as... Where are we? Not that one. They're the same age as this one. So, yeah. So I've got a nice collection of jars. I've also got some bottles because I want to make some homebrew. And also, a lady who I got these ones off, who was local to me, she gave me these and these. And she also gave me these screw top lids. Now, I'm going to try... soak them in some bicarb or something and see if I can clean them up to use them. They've got a lot of rust on because they were sat in a barn for years. One of those barn finds. But I've got quite a few of this size. They're the £3 lids, so they're no good for the smaller jars. And then I've got... will that one fit on there? No. They're £3 lids, so they're no good, unfortunately. Then I've got these smaller ones. They're this size, which this size jar, I think it's a £1 jar. Doesn't say on the bottom, but I think they are £1 jars. They're 1 litre. So I've got a few of the lids for that one. There's just a nice mix in here. There's also these lids, which I'm not sure what they're for. I've also got these, which are interesting. They seem to sit on the top of that, like that. And then in this box here, I've got these clips, and they seem to fit on the top to hold the lid in like that. It would have a seal underneath, and then that would hold the lid in place like that. So yeah, there's quite a good selection of different things, but these ones don't seem to fit anything, unfortunately. I don't know whether there's a seal on this one, so I'm not sure if they just sit inside like that and then offer an airtight seal like that and then have that on the top. That's my thinking, so I'm not sure about that. But these ones have got St Martin written on them. I don't know if you can see the writing. So I don't know what size jar they're for. Looks like they're for this £1 size jar. So yeah, there's plenty to look through, plenty to see. I have got a box of these clips as well, but I can't find it at the moment. I think they're in the pantry somewhere. So I've got plenty of them. So yeah, I just need to try and marry up the lids with the jars. And then we've got all these for doing our jam making and our tomato sauces. I've also got over here another box of jam jars. I'm going to take these out because I don't like these. These are no good. These are peanut butter jars. They're not sealable. They don't seal. They just go and let the stuff go mouldy that's inside. So I'm going to take all them out. But then I have got jam jars from my honey. And these jars have really only been used once, so there's nothing wrong with the seal. Seal's perfectly fine. So I'm going to go through them. Oh, what I did find as well was this old Maxwell House coffee jar. New improved blend Maxwell House. Lovely little jar, so I'm going to use that in the pantry for storage. Just like the label, the lid, I think that's really nice. So I've also got these two baskets. So I'm going to use these for storing my jars in. They are a bit broken, so I'm going to tie them up with a piece of string just to put them together, and then they stack nicely like that, so I can put the small jars in them and stack them up one on top of the other. I've got a few more of these baskets in the woodshed, so I'm going to root them out and put them to good use for the jam jars, and then I can stack them on my new shelves and I'll be all ready for doing my jams and my preserves. So I'll just crack on with this and I'll come back to you later. I'm just looking at my little thermometer and it's actually saying 31 degrees. So the weather here today is completely balmy, completely roasting, and 31 degrees according to the fork. So I'll pop that back up, and I think it's a day for staying in the shade. Have you seen my little ladder? Looking very pretty. I'm very pleased with it. It's got lots of beautiful flowers on it at the moment. Very pleased. Right, time for some lunch. It's officially far too hot. It's 33 degrees round on the yard, so I've come round here to try and find somewhere cool. And do you know, it's roasting here as well. I'm sat in the porch. So I think that's it for me for work for the time being. I'm going to sit, I'm going to do some crochet. I'm making toadstools. Do you want to see them? Little toadstools. There's the top, the bottom, and there's the tops. Just need sewing together. I've got 4 to make. I'm making a wreath for the autumn, so I'm going to put pumpkins on it and some oak leaves and some acorns. Maybe a few flowers, a few bits of heather on it, and that's going to be a wreath for the autumn. So I'm just going to have my dinner now and sit and watch something on the internet, and then I might go back in the garage because that seems to be the coolest place at the moment. I've just taken the chickens out their run because it's far too hot for them, so now they're up in their little run up the garden in their little tractor, and they're in the shade. So do you want me to turn you around and let you see the view? Just a sec. There you go. It's very hot. I've got the canopy up. I'm sat in the porch. So you know, that way is the perennial border, just there. That's the perennial border. That's the polytunnel. The polytunnel's just there. And that's the view. So I'm just going to have my lunch and get back to work. So see you in a bit. So I've been out looking for blackberries, and I've noticed this year there's not as many as there was last year. But there's still I think I might come and get these tomorrow and do my gin. I'm going to do some blackberry gin for the winter, and I might give a couple away as presents. But these aren't looking too bad today. The ones I saw earlier were a bit frazzled. Looked a bit like that. They seem to be a bit bitter and a bit seedy. But looks like there's plenty around in this patch. There's that big patch there. So I think tomorrow, if the cows aren't about, I'll come and pick some of these. It's a lovely evening. Do you want to see the view? Isn't that lovely through there? The sun's just starting to set on the hills over there. And it's going to be dark soon. It seems to be that as soon as the sun disappears now, it goes dark within 10 minutes. So the sun will set about 5 to 8, and then by 10 past 8 it's going to be pitch black. And then if the owls come out, I'll do some footage for you for tomorrow's vlog. I haven't been this way for a while because the cows have been about, and I don't like chancing it, just in case they're lurking. I think all the lambs have gone now, because it seems to have been very quiet the last few days. I heard the lambs crying a few nights ago, but I haven't heard them since, so they must have gone. And there's the view up the hill. But it feels like the sun's about to set in the next 10 minutes or so. And you hear the red kite. So I'm going to go in now. That's it for me for today. I'm going to go and sit down, get a shower, do some crochet or some knitting. So I'll sign off now and I'll see you tomorrow. So see you then. Bye for now. Bye bye.